Bye. Time now for another episode of Mr Nailsin Sunday Comics. And continuing on with the Blue Beetle in The Dead Don't Kill. I better stop drinking there, Blue Beetle. Anyway, the Blue Beetle stole a march on us again by carjacking that alien smuggling ring, eh? This is Mike Manigan talking. I tell you, Dan, I know someday you'll catch the Blue Beetle. I wish you luck.
Great Scott, look at that, Dan.
Get out the fire extinguisher, Mike. I didn't know police cars were just ordinary and green. Anyway. Which is which?
This fire'll be out in a minute.
Look at that poor devil sitting in the front seat. Yeah, let's just look at him. Oh, well,
I'd like to know how this fire started.
It was started by somebody who wanted to get rid of a corpse. This man's been shot. So anyway, the car is registered in the name of William Harper.
Harper, eh? That's the richest and snootiest family on Long Island.
Well, you shouldn't be unkind to them. They've just had a terrible loss.
Huh? Oh, yeah. This is the Harper Citadel.
Looks like a railroad depot. We want to see William Harper.
What is it, Duncan?
We found your brother's car burning on the road. The charred body of a man shot to death was in it.
How horrible. Come clean now. How did that body come to be in your car?
I tell you, I don't know. My car was stolen several days ago. Why didn't you notify the police of the theft?
I've enough of your lying. You're coming along to headquarters.
Not so fast, Mike. Suppose we wait a little while until we know what we're doing. Hey, good idea. It's always clever to know what you're doing. Anyway, all along the street is the drugstore of Dr. Franz, the only man in the world who knows the identity of the Blue Beetle. Hello, Dr. Franz. I must become the Blue Beetle once again.
Dad, I'm glad to see you. Before you go, drink this. I've a vitamin 2X pill dissolved in it.
Thanks. I do need more vitamin. I guess he was supposed to say 2X. I think I'm going to run into plenty of trouble this time.
I do so love when you change clothes right in front of me, Dad.
Whoops, did I mess that up? Nope. There we go. All right. William Harper might be telling the truth about his car, but then again, he might not. That's what I'll find out. As the Blue Beetle questions, William Harper, William's father, John, passes the open door. Okay. I want no one but William Harper to know I'm here. I'll climb into one of those darkened windows. And then he just throws one of his little blue beetles on it. William Harper is reading a book when suddenly, the Blue Beetle.
What the? That looks like the Blue Beetle. I must call the police immediately. Hey, Madigan just got a call from John Harper. Says that the Blue Beetle is at his place. The Blue Beetle! This is just the chance I've been waiting for. This time I'll get the Blue Beetle, or my name isn't Mike Madigan.
Anyway, back at the Harper house, All right, now, why don't you tell me the truth?
Don't make a false move, Blue Beetle, or you're a goner.
How long did it take for them to have a conversation? Since then, they found him, they got the call, he was at the police station, he hopped in the car, he drove over to the Harper house, and then after that, I don't know, they were sitting around having a few drinks, playing cards or something, and then finally Blue Beetle decides, hey, why don't you tell me the truth about this case? Whatever, anyway, well, if it isn't a policeman,
I said, ooh, put me down, and you, have you no respect for the law?
Oh, absolutely. But I don't propose to go to jail. Good old Mike. But sometimes he's a nuisance. Great heavens. He stabbed that old man. I don't know. He jumps outside. He's scaling the wall and he goes to the next window and, oh, look, a murder. Well, okay. As the Blue Beetle crashes into the room, the murderer hurls the dagger at him. Oh, whew, that was close. That man certainly made a sudden disappearance. This old fella's dead, all right. What's this? Looks like a cufflink. There are initials, WH, on this cufflink. WH. Could that stand for William Harper? Sneaking up behind people, I'm surprised at you, officer. Ooh, sorry to do this, but I can't be bothered with you. With Mike safely hidden away inside the closet, I'll be able to work without hindrance. The Blue Beetle is in this house?
That's what your father says. I saw him talking to William.
That man with the beard is the famous plastic surgeon, Dr. Dix.
The Blue Beetle! What? What do you want?
I would like to find out who killed the old man in his bed upstairs.
Uncle Jeremiah dead? Impossible. He was stabbed to death.
I saw the whole thing, but I couldn't see the murderer's face.
Jeremiah was my uncle. He was worth a fortune. My son William has some bad gambling debts, and he is one of the heirs. Are you trying to say you suspect William?
I don't believe William would kill Dad.
Your theory is interesting, Mr. Harper, but it doesn't explain the charred body in William's car.
Perhaps it does. Blue Beetle, may I speak to you alone?
Well, what's your theory?
Come to my room. We won't be disturbed there. So anyway, ever since that body was found in William's car, I noticed something odd. Just now.
At that instant. Fire! Fire! What the deuce?
Fire! Fire! It's Uncle Jeremiah's room. Great Scott! Mike Mannequin is in that room. What do you mean? Well, I put him in a closet and tied him up. And what'd you do that for?
Oh, never mind.
I hope Mike isn't hurt. He's still alive, thank heaven. What a mess. Why did they start that fire?
In a murder case, you must have a corpus delicti. Whoever set that fire did so to get rid of your Uncle Jeremiah's body. Probably that guy pointing a gun at me through the window. A shot cracks out in the night. What the? Bang! As the Blue Beetle leaps on the window ledge, the murderer flees in a car. The Blue Beetle leaps after the fleeing car. You're not going to escape if I can help it. Get off this car, you! Bop. The Blue Beetle smashes against a tree as he topples off the running board. I saw you fall from that car. It's lucky you weren't killed. I can thank my chainmail armor and vitamin 2X for that. Well, we helped. Not really. He was a good shot. Harold's dead.
And he wanted to tell me something. I wish I could have gotten a good look at the murderer's face.
He probably just wanted to tell you he found you very attractive.
What?
I saw who shot my brother. I was at an upstairs window when Harold was killed.
Fine, now we're getting somewhere. Who was it? At that instant, the lights flash out.
Who put the lights out?
Get your Blue Beetle! Blue Beetle!
Help!
Stumbling blindly in the darkness. You would think beetles could see in the dark. You know, they're nocturnal, so... Anyway, the Blue Beetle frantically seeks the light switch. Where in the blazes is that light switch? Where is everybody? What happened?
It's William. He snapped out the lights and carried off Marion.
I traced them down to the cellar where I lost them. That maniac will kill the girl. Hope I'll be in time to stop him. She's, kind of hot. If Dr. Dix didn't find them, they must have gone into some secret sub-cellar.
With my compliments, Blue Beetle.
Bang!
Man must be getting bad. The bullet just grazed his forehead, knocking him out. Well, no matter. This gasoline will make the bunnies burn quickly. They'll both be dead before they come to.
At that instant, the shriek of police sirens sounds from outside the house.
Blasted police! Ooh, who could have called the cops? Ooh.
What a head! Feels like an anvil hit me. The Blue Beetle accidentally opens the door to the old cabinet, and the dead body of William Harper topples out. What in... Dead! One suspect less.
There he is, boys. Grab him.
Oh, wait, no. Mike Madigan's still out cold. There he is, boys. Grab him.
It's obvious the Blue Beetle was behind all of this.
Sorry to be rough with you boys, but I can't help it.
Don't let him get away. Shoot him.
Bang, bang, bang.
Step on it, Casey. He's getting away.
Got me foot down to the floor, Mike. Oh, so Mike is up and at him. Okay. Oh, well, anyway, this'll never do. If I don't think of something, the career of the Blue Beetle will soon come to an end. The Blue Beetle suddenly swerves toward the embankment. This is the only chance. I hope I don't break my neck.
There he goes.
That almost cost me my life. Well, he had his vitamins and his chainmail armor and all that. Anyway,
that's the end of the Blue Beetle. Too bad, because I wanted to see what he looked like.
You'd better think again, Mike. I'm afraid I'm still very much alive. This mad merry-go-round of death and murder is driving me nuts. Maybe Dr. Franz can help me out. Later, in the back of Dr. Franz's drugstore, I'm in a hopeless muddle. I can't make heads or tails out of this whole thing. How can I help? Have they discovered the identity of the man we found in that blazing car? From the dental work in the charred corpse's mouth, they found out that he was John Harper. John Harper? That's impossible. I saw him alive not half an hour ago. You must be wrong. John Harper's dentist swears that he made the bridgework found in the corpse's mouth. Wait a minute. If John Harper's really dead, then I've got it. Dr. Dix. Dr. Dix. That's it. What are you talking about? What the... Who are you? Never mind. Drive me to the Harper estate and step on it. I guess he didn't drive him after all. So he had to run back. I was stupid not to have guessed the answer before. Nobody here. Suddenly, from out of the darkness, a figure attacks. The Blue Beetle. Looks as tough. What? Looks as tough, you're it. Huh. Anyway, he turns around and hits the guy. But then the guy has a machete.
I'll break your blasted head.
Take it easy with that knife, mister. Somebody's liable to get hurt. This'll... I don't know why. This'll take some of the fight out of you. Just as I suspected. John Harper. Or somebody who looks like him. You might as well come clean. You're not the real John Harper.
No, Dr. Dix operated on my face to make me look like Harper. I killed Harper and planted him in the burning car. Okay. Then I impersonated Harper.
Where's Dr. Dix now?
He's upstairs. He's going to get rid of the girl.
Well, this is to guarantee that you won't run out on me. Good God. Bust his head against the wall. I think that's it for the, I don't know, fake John Harper. Anyway, the Blue Beetle hurtles himself into the room just as Dr. Dix is about to shoot the girl. The Blue Beetle! Right, but you'll know me as the nemesis of Dr. Dix. Good God. When did I throw and smash this entire bookshelf on you? Is it this? Or this is your final curtain, Dr. Dix.
Oh, my goodness.
Later, the Blue Beetle has called the police. Dr. Dix was well acquainted with the Harpers and knew what they would inherit, that they would inherit the bulk of the Jeremiah Harper's fortune. He had the real John Harper killed and... by means of plastic surgery, made his henchmen look exactly like John Harper. Their plan was to kill off heirs one by one. With all dead, the pseudo-John Harper would had a rightful claim to old Jeremiah's fortune. Faked evidence pointed to William Harper as the murderer. But the real John Harper's body was entirely consumed by the fire. And it was identified because it wasn't completely consumed, because he still had teeth. Yeah. Anyway, the following morning, why didn't you grab the Blue Beetle when you told what he told you about the murder last night, Mike?
That guy's like an eel. I made a rush for him, but he slipped out the window. And when I got to the window, the guy had vanished. The only one out there was you.
Dun-dun-dun. Oh, boy, that was something, huh? It seems like even in the middle of the comic, the writer himself is, wait, what? What was I doing? Where am I going? Let's go visit Dr. Franz again. So, some hairy hands coming for the Blue Beetle. In cargo of doom. Yeah. Well, it looks like Jones there. So, all right, that's what we'll deal with next week on Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics.